quite a long time. Today is March 20th. Well, in about 4 minutes it'll be March 21st. But semantics, right? So I decided to come on here. I've been busy working. So I got a lot of stuff that I want to talk about and show you guys. I want to show you projects that I've finished so far since starting YouTube. Now I know I've taken like 2 really long breaks, came back for, I took a break, came back for like a video or 2, and then took another really long break. But I wanted to go over a lot of my finishes. So I'm going to treat this like a brand new, I've never been on Flosstube, whatever, and kind of go with that. So I want to show you finishes that I've done, because wow, since starting I've finished a lot. And then right here in front of me, you can't see it, right here on my desk, is a whole stack, and there's some right here too, but a whole stack of purchases. Some of the purchases aren't in there, but they're in and amongst all this stuff. And then I want to talk about projects that I'm currently working on and all of that kind of stuff. So we're going to start off first. Introductions. My name is Robert. I live in Kansas City, Missouri. I am 31 years old. I work with adults with disabilities. I have 2 dogs, a Pomeranian and a Black Lab mix. A Pomeranian is 1 dog, and then a Black Lab mix is a 2nd dog. So don't think that there was some kind of weird combination, Pom and Black Lab, because that would be quite interesting, I think. I'm married, been married for about 10.5 years, almost 11. It'll be 11 in October. So almost 10.5, I guess. That's all I know. I have weird like fashion sense, and weird like collectible kind of things. As you can see right behind me, there's purses and wallets. Now some of these I'm trying to sell. If you guys have an interest in seeing this, I have a whole bunch more over this way in my closet in totes. But if you want to see a whole like purse haul, it's primarily Coach, a few Dooney and Burks, a couple of Vera Wangs, and then a couple other odds and ends and stuff. Or not Vera Wangs, Vera Bradley, sorry. But yeah, so there's that. I don't remember when I did this one because I didn't sign it. But it was for my sister, so I'm not going to pull that down when I show. But it's a cross stitch, simple. It's a boat anchor, and then it says "Wake the baby and I'll sink you." And then the fabric is boat anchor fabric, and then this one's a cross stitch as well. That was a kit that came with one of my magazines, and you were supposed to make a pouch. It didn't come with the stuff to do the binding, but I didn't like the way that they finished it, so I finished it the way that I wanted to and did the binding. Not 100% happy with it, but it's cute. It's a cute little freebie, and I did that one in 2019. And then this one, show you. This one is my 2018. Was the first time I kept all my orts, old ratty threads, for those of you that don't know. And so that was my 2018 Christmas ornament. I need to find like a marker or paint or something to paint the date. Right now I've just put a little tab on there. So that was the 2018. And then this one is my 2019 ball of orts. They're quite awesome. I love them so much. I can't wait to have many more of those. On the introduction stuff, so I forgot to mention, so in addition to cross stitch, I do sewing with a sewing machine. I do hand sewing. and I also do quilting with a sewing machine. If you want more information or pictures or whatever, a link to my Instagram is down below. I try to post pictures of almost everything that I do. Sometimes I forget, sometimes it's a gift, so I don't want to post a picture. There are a few finished products that I don't have because they were gifts, and so I've donated, not donated, but I've given the gifts. And then there's a few that aren't fully finished, they're just finished pieces. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to go all the way back to my 2017 finishes, because I got them all right here. I don't remember what year I did this, but it was a kit, and I didn't sign it. So this must have been 2016, I think, prior to Flosstube. Then this one, again, I didn't sign it, so I'm assuming it was 2016 or 2015, something like that. But it was a wedding sampler for my husband and I. I need to get it framed, and I just haven't. Then these are when I actually started signing, and these are from 2018. So this one, I didn't leave a lot of margins on this side, wow. But this one is a Prairie Schooler. I don't remember the name of it. This one was a really fun one. This one was from a magazine. It's folded. But it was an Irish sampler, and it's like a field, and this side you can't hardly see on camera, but you can see it in person. I loved working on this one. This one was really fun. If you check some of my past videos, you'll see what issue the magazine was from, and my progress and updates and stuff on that one. That one was also 2018. Then we've got this one. This one was a sampler from another magazine. And it's deer. I changed some of the colors, but this one was really cool, and I finished that in 2018 as well. Then this one was, it's on the tip of my tongue, but this was a red truck, I think is what it was called, or Christmas tree lot. This was Christmas tree lot. I can't remember. It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh well. Again, if I can, I will link it. If not, I'm sorry. Maybe somebody can help. But this one is really cool. I'm actually stitching it again, so it's in all of my whips. So if you really want to know what it's called, just ask me. And maybe I can look it up for you. But that one was really cool. Again, you can't really see the snowflake and stuff on the camera, but in person you can see it. Not great, but you can see it. Then this one was one that I worked on a long time. It's the 6 Wives of Henry VIII. I got it from somebody on Etsy. I gotta relearn the camera thing. I finished it in 2018. A lot of these I started in 2017 but didn't get finished until 2018. So there's that. That one was a lot of fun. Another kind of quirky thing about me, I love British monarchy. So that was really fun to work on. This one is from a book by Jane Schofield. I just happen to have a copy of it right here. Heart Home cross stitch from Jane Schofield. I don't remember what it's called, and I don't want to flip through there because this video is already going to be long. But it's a bunch of sewing notions, some scissors, things that look like buttons, etc. Also finished in 2018. But I love that. That one was a lot of fun to work on. This one was fully finished. It was Jardin Privé. I don't remember what it was called. It was a Halloween, Quaker Halloween, I think is what it was called. Finished in 2018 and then fully finished, I think, also in 2018, if not 2019. But there's that. Then here's a small that I finished 2018, close to Christmas, because I wanted to make a bunch of Christmas ornaments, but then I never fully finished them. And I actually only finished one, but didn't fully finish it. I got this one from a magazine, and I loved the deer on it. So cool. Then this one is another Prairie Schooler, finished in, let's see, let me make sure we don't have any stragglers. Nope. Okay. So that was it for 2018. Now we're up to 2019. I finished this one. It was a Prairie Schooler. I think this one was Night Flight. Finished in 2019. So there's that. Then this was my very first ever Mill Hill bead and cross stitch kit. Happy Camper, I think is what it was called. Finished in 2019. I think I started and finished it in the same week, if I remember correctly. I'm going to turn this into an ornament, but I haven't gotten the stuff yet, but I just really love that. That was so cute and so fun to work on. First time on perforated paper as well. This one is a boat. I got the pattern on Etsy. Don't remember what it was called, but I finished it in 2019. It's a Navy boat. I had finished it for my brother who joined the Navy, but then, long story short, he's no longer in the Navy. So I never gave it to him. I think I'm going to keep it because I love the blues. I think giving it to him might be a source of sore subject or something for him, and I don't want to, do that. But anyway, so I really loved it. It was really fun, and I think I stitched it probably in a good couple, 2-3 weeks maybe, at most. Then this one was also finished in 2019. It says, let's see, what does it say? We are the granddaughters of the witches you could not burn. Sorry, I was looking at a knot that I put in the bottom. I think I got this one from Etsy, if I'm not mistaken. I changed the colors. The red color, or the burgundy color, is from Victorian Motto, and the gray is a DMC, but I don't remember which DMC. Then this one was also 2019, and it's an Owl Forest embroidery. It's their logo, but they had it as a pattern, and I thought it was really cute. I'm going to turn it into an ornament. Then, finished in 2019, this is Early Witches by, I think it was the Primitive Hair. I loved this one. This one was so much fun to work on. So there's that, Early Witches. It's got the Bell Witch, Tituba, Picardy, and Laveau. So that was a lot of fun to work on. And then I did a bunch of I say a bunch. I did 2 Santas. I have more that I would like to stitch. And then somebody, I can't remember who, without pulling the package out of the storage, sent me a bunch of these so graciously, and I very much appreciate that. But these are Prairie Schooler Santas. I think I'm going to turn them into Christmas ornaments, because I think, or at least wall hangings, maybe something similar to this Jardin Privé. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. But there's one. And then here's the second one that I finished in 2019. I really like this one because it's got the sewing machine. I like them all, but that one I knew I really wanted to finish that one because of the sewing machine. Then we got this small Christmas ornament finished in 2019. This was one, I think I came up with the design, or maybe I found it online for free. I'm not 100% sure. I think I came up with the design based on a couple patterns that I saw in some books. So I think I took the holly leaf from one book and then the tree from another and made a little tiny ornament, if I'm not mistaken. I also used some beads, some Mill Hill beads for like the berry on the hollies. So there's that. Then also 2019, I'm trying to save the big one. I guess this one's kind of big too. I made this one. I'm going to refinish it because I finished it as a puffy wall hanging, but I don't like how it came out. So I think I'm going to frame it. I don't know. I haven't decided. But I made it for my husband. It's a blackwork design hummingbird. I can't remember the name of the designer, but I bought it directly from their website. I bought a couple of their blackwork designs, but this was the only one that I finished so far. So I made it for him because he resonates with hummingbirds because of his mother. So a lot of times he says after she passed that when he sees a hummingbird he thinks of her. So there's that. I'm going to put it over there for right now. Then, you all that have been with me for a while know and love this gal. And you're going to think it's crazy that I haven't fully finished her yet. But this was my Mirabilia. Was that 20? Yeah, I guess I did finish it in 2019. She took forever, but she's August Peridot Fairy by Mirabilia. Now, something strange. So when I finished her, I did a giveaway. And Stephanie, if you're watching, I am so sorry. But anyway, so I did a giveaway, and a gal named Stephanie won the giveaway, which was this pattern. I have so far bought the pattern twice, because I wanted to keep the original, because this was my very first ever Mirabilia. And now I'm glad I did, but I have bought the pattern twice, and I've sent it to her twice. And so far she has not received it, to the best of my knowledge. I'm going to try it one more time. I've got the pattern again in the car, and then if it doesn't work out, then... And that was a good couple years ago. I did the giveaway when I finished the cross stitch, not when I finished the beading. So there's her. I do want to get her framed, obviously. Then this one I'm going to turn into an ornament. This was my first start of 2020 and my first finish. I bought it on Etsy. I can't remember the designer, but it's kind of like a... I've been in really love with these kind of like sampler-y kind of prints and stuff. So this one was really fun and really quick to stitch up. And then here's my second start and second finish of 2020. This one was Modern Folk Embroidery. I gotta get back because it's quite big. Modern Folk Embroidery, and it's called Kindness and Fortitude. I strongly urge you to go and buy some. The designer is Jacob. He is absolutely amazing. He's on Facebook, very interactive. I am working, you'll see in my whips, on another piece of his. But there's several pieces on his site that I want to do. Again, because I'm in love with these sampler type pieces. I'm going to bring it closer so you guys can kind of see some of the motifs. Kindness and fortitude. Yep. This one, believe it or not, didn't take me very long because I just loved it so much and kept working on it. So now I need to frame it, because I think I'm going to frame him. I'm going to call it a him. I've just decided. Well, that is it for projects. I can't believe I have that many that I finished since starting Flosstube. And that took us 22 minutes. Well, part of that was me rambling, so I'm going to take a drink of my Coke Zero Orange Vanilla. I think we'll do purchases next, and then we'll get into the whips. So if you're here for whips, I'm sorry. I'll try to link a time capture so you can just jump ahead. Those of you that want to see the purchases, stay tuned, because we're starting. So I think I'm going to do it in chronological order. So I'm going to have to pull out one of my whips. I'm not going to show you what the whip is, but I'll show you because it was a piece that I had purchased for the fabric. I'm not going to show you like the patterns that I purchased like on Etsy or whatever, because a lot of times it's hard to show those unless I'm actually actively working on it and they have a cover photo. Then I'll show you that. Ooh, I keep going out of frame, sorry. So first purchase, not too long ago, I don't remember exactly when, but not too long ago, I decided to buy stuff, and then that stuff pile kept growing and growing and growing, as it does, right? All of it's cross-stitch related. We'll get to something else, because there's something else that's kind of bothering me, but I get it. Anyway, we'll get to that when I get to that package. So the first order was 2 fabrics from Bee Stitch Me on his website. I think it's a he. But I got this one. It's purples, blues, and pinks. Very pretty, like kind of modeled. I'm going to set that aside because that's a whip. So when we get to whips. Yeah, Bee Stitch Me. Really reasonable. Oh, Brandy. So it's a her. Sorry, Brandy. Didn't mean to misgender you. Really awesome pieces. Really reasonable prices. So go check her out. It's www.beestitchme.com. I'll link that below. The other piece was this one. Oh, and this one, I didn't tell you what kind it was. It is a 16 count Ada, and it's an 18 by 29, and the color is called Twinkle. So Twinkle. Sorry about that. Then this one is, I originally bought this one to participate in a SAL, and then this one didn't end up working, so it's just going to sit in my collection until I find something worthy. Oh, it's so pretty. I don't think the camera's picking up just how pretty it is. It's like dark blues, deep purples, pinks. So pretty. But this one is called Hawaiian Flower. It's 15 by 18, 16 count Ada. So pretty. So that's going to go in my stash. So that's from Bee Stitch Me. I kept everything because I was like, I want to do a video. Sorry for the clapping. That was probably really loud. Just Get the dog's food. Next one was from the Witchy Stitcher on Etsy. Can I just say she packs things amazing. So if you've ever ordered anything where she has to ship it to you, amazing. And amazing handwritten little notes on the back here of her card. So cool. But she's awesome. Everything was wrapped in spooky paper. So cool. I loved it. I loved opening it. This one was, put that there, Phantom. It's a 14 count Ada, 13 by 17. It's hand-dyed fabrics by Picture This Plus. But I bought it from Witchy Stitcher. Really pretty. Kind of more purpley, pinky, and kind of greenish tones. So it's kind of cool. So there's that. I don't know. I just happened to be on her Facebook, or not Facebook, on her Etsy, and came across that and just had to have it. Don't know what I'm going to stitch on it, but whatever. This one is the color Haunted. It's also Picture This Plus, 13 by 17, 14 count Ada. Really pretty kind of mossy green color. Really like that. Again, don't know what I'm going to stitch on it, but had to have it for my collection. So my next purchase was from Heartstring Samplery, and I purchased this because of Julie, Gulf Coast Stitches. She did a YouTube video and was calling people on Facebook to do a hashtag Lost and Stitchy Wishes. And so I did the hashtag. I watched her video and it was so profound. It was in memory of Leanne, who passed away. Basically the message was, you know, be kind and love each other. Julie talked about how she had experienced a lot of loss, and it seemed like a lot of other people were experiencing loss. Now we're in this situation today. Ozzy, stop. Sorry, my Pomeranian's right here. So I made a post asking for, Hawkrun Hollow, and Julie granted, either she granted it or somebody granted it. I think it was Julie granted it, so thank you so much. You'll see that in my whips. Hawkrun Hollow, Halloween at Hawkrun Hollow. So after that, I went over to Heartstring Samplery and purchased the pattern that originally started all of this. So Julie was trying to pass along this as a Lost and Stitchy Wishes kind of a thing, and then asked that we go and support Heartstring Samplery. Miss Beth Twist, for those that don't know. So I ordered it, and it's so cool. I haven't started it yet because I'm still waiting on some of the gentle arts. So that's in one of my next, actually that is my next package. So I ordered this from Beth Twist, Heartstring Samplery. Came really quick. At the same time that I placed this order, or right after I placed this order, I placed another order for the flosses, the Gentle Arts flosses. And in addition to that, I also bought some fabric for that. The fabric, it's on here, is 32 count Lugana in limestone from Witchelt. They didn't have the exact one that was called for, so I just settled on this because it's close enough, and I liked it. So limestone 32 count Lugana, and then I got the Weeks and the Gentle Arts. Now, with that, one of the Gentle Arts, let's see when I ordered this. So I ordered it February 14th. I got everything so far to this date except the color picnic basket from the Gentle Arts. I messaged them because I made another order that called for Gentle Arts, went to the same company. I'm not going to list the company's name because it doesn't matter. I get it. Things are back ordered or whatever, so the picnic basket Gentle Arts color was back ordered, which is why I haven't started the heartstring samplery piece yet, because I don't have all the flosses. So I'm patiently waiting that. In the meantime, I bought some more stuff, right? And as you do, I went back to the same company because, again, I know it's not their fault, whatever. Stuff happens. I get it. So I made another purchase from, this time, Witchy Stitcher on Etsy. Oh, I forgot to show you. So the first purchase from Witchy Stitcher, let me find, sorry about that. I knew I was forgetting something. This video is all over the place. So the first purchase from Witchy Stitcher included a pair of scissors, and these are called Cathedral handled scissors. Came in a little package. And then I put them in my Sewing Notions bag. So I got those Cathedral handled scissors, as well as something called thread gloss. Yeah, thread gloss. Ponderosa thread gloss. And I got the Crone blend from Witchy Stitcher. And to prove that I've been using it, look at all that lint. Delicious. Anyway, it smells really good. I really love it. The thread just glides so beautifully. So I went back, so that brings us back to this one. So went back on her site. She gave me a discount code to get, I think, 10% off. Something like that. So ordered more of the thread gloss because I wanted to have a backup. Also still in the Crone blend because it smells so amazing, to prove that I haven't used this one. See, all brand new. So there's that. It smells so good, and it made the packaging smell really quite lovely. It was packaged up in that. Also with this order, I got 2 fabrics. Both Ada 14 count. Picture this plus. 2 different colors. So the first one was Cyprium, however you say that. It's kind of like this khaki green kind of color. Kind of cool. Really like that. So I got that to add to my stash. Don't know what I'm going to stitch on it. And then got this guy. Oh, there we go. See, I kept them in the thing. This was Monster Mash 13x17 Ada. Picture this plus. And it's this really cool, like, dirty dishwater green color, kind of color. Really cool looking. Don't know what I'm going to stitch on it, but I really liked the way it looked online, so I bought it. Then it brings me to the next one. What was it? Oh, it's one of the next. I guess we'll go on to that one. Yeah, we'll go into this one. So then I purchased this from 123stitch.com. It is Plum Street Sampler, again, with all the samplers. Liberty Inn. I bought that, really loved it. So cool. And then, let's see, what was it called for? Called for was Vintage Maple Sugar, 36 count. they didn't have maple sugar, so I opted for Confederate Gray, 28 count Casio linen. Take it out of the bag so you can actually see it. So Casio linen, Confederate Gray. I thought that would be really cool. Most of you know what Confederate Gray looks like, so I thought that one was a great substitute. I know the maple is kind of more of a beige color, but yeah. So then after I ordered that, I went to another site to get the Gentle Arts, and that's when I messaged them asking, hey, my last Gentle Arts order was missing one because it was on back order. Is it still on back order? They said yes, still on back order. Alright, cool, whatever. Place the order for all the called for Gentle Arts for that one. And when I got my order, came to find out 2 of them are on back order. So now I have a total of 3 Gentle Arts that are on back order. Picnic Basket for the Heartstring Samplery, and then for the Plum Street Sampler, Cherry Bark was on back order, and Cottage Blue was on back order. So I'm going to give them a few weeks, especially with everything going on, see if they get it back to me, but I don't want to start on either of those until I have all the threads. That's just one of my OCDs, I guess. I can't start on a project until I have everything. Then I found this beautiful place on, I think it was on Etsy, called Stashful, I think, and ordered a bunch of stuff from them, a bunch of patterns, and they shipped them all out. And I was so excited. So excited to the point where one of the patterns I couldn't find on their site, except in a kit, and I didn't want to pay $90 to get the kit. It's worth it, but I wasn't ready to kit both of them up yet. So I didn't want to pay that. So I guess I'll go over that first. So I went to Owl Forest Embroidery and bought, because it was that. These are the only ones that I'm going to show you without being started. This was Snow Queen, and I bought that one because with on Stashful, Etsy, I found the Heart Queen. And then this one I can't show you because the thing didn't print out. But if you go to Owl Forest Embroidery, it's called the New Year Sampler, and I got the English edition. I'll show just a little bit. The English edition has the English alphabet, so there's the letter A. I think it's Russian. They have the Russian alphabet and then the English alphabet. So I got the English one. And I bought both of those from Owl Forest Embroidery because Stashful didn't have the Snow Queen, which is fine. But what they did have, just in the pattern, was the Queen of Hearts kit. Look how beautiful she is. So I wanted to have the Snow Queen to go with the Queen of Hearts. So that was really cool. They also had this one. I don't remember what it's called. And it's in Russian, so I can't decipher it. But it's got the reindeer jumping over the roof, snowflakes. It's a sampler. It's really pretty. I love it. So I had to have that, so I bought that one. I also bought Jardin Privé Patchwork Halloween. It's similar to Quaker Halloween, but I really like that, so I bought that one. And then I also bought this one. I really loved it. It's an Alice in Wonderland by Ari TM. Auraytm. And it's got Alice looking down at the crazy world below her. It's got the Cheshire Cat and the hare. It's got a piece of the Red Queen's dress with the croquet mallet made out of the flamingo. It was really cool. So this is what sucked me into their website, and then I found those other goodies. Or their Etsy shop, I mean. And then they also sent a freebie that just says spring. And that was really nice to get. So thank you. There's another purchase from Etsy. And this is from Brooks Books. Brooke Nolan. Holy moly, guys. Are you even ready? So, I had been eyeing these for a long time. And they were finally on sale, and so I decided to finally bite the bullet and just do it. It is all of the princess dresses. So this one just happens to be Cinderella, Snow White, Belle, Mulan. Oh, that one's so pretty. I think. It says Kaguya. I don't know. I'm probably butchering it. I can't. Rapunzel. That one's really pretty too. All of them are really pretty. What am I talking about? The Frog Princess. The Summer Princess. The Little Mermaid Princess. The Desert Princess. Tiger Lily. Sleeping Beauty. And the Snow Princess. So I bought all of those. There's 12 of them in total. And because of their sale, I bought each of the accessory packs. So I don't have to go hunting for the beads and all the little accessories and stuff. The beads and the foil papers. I think the only thing I have to get is the ribbons where applicable, but that's okay. I can do all that. But I got all that. I think I'm putting myself on a buying freeze because, as you see, I've bought like oh yeah, I forgot about these guys. I went into Hobby Lobby. I don't like shopping at Hobby Lobby. Not getting into why, but I needed more for the kindness and fortitude. And they happened to have these rainbow unicorn scissors, and I used my 40%. They were only $8 before the 40%, and then I got 40% off. So I had to have them, right? As you do. Alright, need another drink. This is Welcome to Pumpkinville, which was a sale for 2019. I didn't keep up very well because maybe I'm in April. I don't remember, excuse me. So there's a whip that I'm slowly working on. Kind of everything went to the back burner when I was working on Kindness and Fortitude. Then this was Halloween at Hawkrun Hollow. That was gifted to me. The Stitchy Kindness. So thank you so much, Julie. There's where I've gotten so far. This is just a kind of khaki colored Ada. I think it's an 18 count or 16 count. I think it's 18 count. Then another new start was just started today. Modern Folk Embroidery, and this is called Home Sweet Home. I bought it from Jacob's website, Modern Folk Embroidery, and then it was a PDF, and then I printed it off, and I started it on this. Now I'm not doing called for colors. I'm doing Victorian Motto Sampler Shop Special Orchid, because I have a bunch of those. It is kind of looking more purple, maybe. It's kind of a mauvey, purpley kind of color. But I thought that went perfect on this, what is it called? Twinkle, which is blues, purples, and pinks. I thought it looked perfect on there, so there's that. Then, next is a Sal. It's a 52-week Sal from Peppermint Purple. It is on Facebook. I am using 310 for the border. I'm using Victorian Motto Sampler Shop Roaring 20s mixed with one strand of blending filament in like the iridescent color. What is the number? Does it say 032 blending filament from Krennic? Can't hardly see it. And then it's on a light oatmeal Ada that is, I think, 14 count. But that's really cool. I'm not caught up. I need to finish getting caught up. Again, this one kind of took a back seat to Kindness and Fortitude. So now that Kindness and Fortitude is over, I can kind of go back. And then the last whip that's active, I've got a ton of whips over there that are not active, or not what I'm considering to be active. This is Owl Forest Embroidery's Emerald City Sal. I started it July 2019. I'm not finished. I kept up with it really well. And then I don't remember what happened, but something happened and I ended up getting sidetracked. So I'm not going to take it out of my hoop, but there's where it is at. I'm on part, I think, 8, which is stitching over here, the witch. I got the bucket, and then the Wicked Witch goes above the bucket. And that is it. That is all. How is that all? That's crazy. Anyway, I hope to make this a regular thing of coming on here and doing these videos because I miss it. If you have questions, shoot them down below. Reach out to me on Instagram. Please follow me on Instagram. Link is in the description. If you don't have an Instagram, I strongly urge you to sign up. A lot of us that do Flosstube, cross stitch, whatever, we're all on there. It's a great community. Until next time, I'll see you all later. Stay safe, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.